Friendship advice from an autistic person. So this is kind of a continuation on my previous video on autism and friendship, which if you haven't seen, I highly recommend watching, where in that I essentially talked about the different categories of friendship, the different levels, and how the autistic brain doesn't automatically process them the way that the neurotypical brain does. So recently I had to make some adjustments on some upcoming plans I had for like a couple of months from now. I was really excited about these plans. I was looking forward to this specific thing happening, and then I realized that it just wasn't going to work. And I had to tell these friends, hey, I'm sorry, I can't be a part of this. And they were very receptive. It was totally fine. This isn't really about their reaction. It's more about how I processed this. When I was in the process of debating whether or not I should stick with these plans like I wanted to originally, but suffer as a result, or if I should just kind of take the L and admit that it just wasn't going to work, I said to my therapist that the thing I was so convinced of was if I didn't follow through on this thing, then that meant these people were no longer my friends. And she asked me, well, is that true? And I was like, well, no, not really. I still talk to them on a semi-regular basis. I still care about them. We have really good memories together. There's been no indication, as far as I can tell, that they don't want to be my friends anymore. And she was like, there you go. If all of your interactions with them have been positive, seemingly for both of you, then why are you convinced otherwise? And I was like, I don't know. Apparently there's just this thing where if we don't have a constant reminder that, you know, things are okay, whether that be from a person or about plans in your life or about certain expectations, we as E on the spectrum will kind of convince ourselves that that thing no longer exists. And that goes back into the black and white thinking thing that I talked about in my previous video. If I don't see this person, if I don't spend time with this person, if I don't frequently make an effort to be around this person, they are ultimately no longer my friend. Which, if you go back and watch my other video where I explain the scale or spectrum of friendship, it's very obviously not true at all. It just means that your friendship is just different than you expected. So here's a friendly reminder that just because something doesn't work out the way you hoped or doesn't look the way that it does, at least the way you wanted it to anyways, that doesn't mean that things are bad. It just means it's not quite what you expected. And sure, that's not always going to be fun. But it's important to recognize that things are okay so that when it comes to it, you're not letting go of things that you don't need to let go of. I still love and care about these people so freaking much. Like, I'm sad that I won't get to be a part of, you know, this thing with them. But I know that they still care about me. Because I saw them not too long ago and they were happy I was there. So, just a little food for thought. Part of what makes having autism so stressful is our lack of ability to control things, and friendship is one of them, especially because it involves other people, and we can't control what those other people think and feel. So, friendly reminder out there, if you're really worried that your friendship is not what you hoped it would be, take a step back and recognize what's good about it, what's bad. And if the pros outweigh the cons, chances are you haven't lost any friends. You might just be in a different kind of friendship, and that's totally okay. Hopefully this gave some of you out there some insight. So until next time, keep trying your best.